Have you ever looked at a dying plant and thought, maybe I'm just not a plant person? I used to think the same thing. Every plant I brought home either drowned from too much water or dried out because I forgot to water it. The soil was always messy, the gnats were always annoying, and the root rot was always waiting. But then I discovered something that completely changed the way I grow plants indoors. No soil, no mess, no complicated routine, just water. And today I'm going to show you 20 indoor plants that don't just survive in water, they actually thrive in it. Some of these will root in less than 48 hours. One of them you can literally grow from your kitchen pantry right now. So if you've ever killed a plant and blamed yourself, stick around, because this video is about to change everything. Welcome back to Homestead Roots, the channel where we simplify gardening so you can actually enjoy it. I'm so glad you're here today because this is one of my favorite topics. Growing plants in water, also called hydroponics or water culture, has been around for generations. Windowsill gardeners have known about this secret for a long time. And now, with everything we know about plant science, we can do it even better. Whether you live in a tiny apartment, a big house, or anywhere in between, these plants will work for you. No expensive potting mix. No fertilizer confusion. No soil spills on your carpet. Just a clean glass of water and a little bit of patience. Let's get into it. Here are 20 indoor plants that thrive in only water. Plant number 1 is Epipremnum aureum, commonly known as Pothos. And honestly, if there's one plant on this entire list that I'd recommend to every single beginner, it's this one. Pothos is basically indestructible. I mean that. You can cut a stem, drop it in a glass of water, put it on a shelf, and walk away, and it will root. It doesn't need bright light. It doesn't need filtered water. It doesn't need any special treatment at all. Just change the water every week or so, keep it near a window where it gets indirect light, and watch those beautiful trailing vines grow longer and longer. The leaves are that gorgeous waxy green, sometimes with golden or white variegation depending on the variety, and they look absolutely stunning hanging from a high shelf or sitting on a bookcase. What's even better is that one single plant can give you dozens of cuttings. Every node on a pothos stem is a potential new plant. So you start with one, and within a few months, you've got a whole collection. If you've never grown a plant in water before, start here. You will not regret it. Plant number 2 is Dracaena sandriana, better known as lucky bamboo. And here's something most people don't realize. This plant is not actually bamboo at all. It's a Dracaena, and it has been growing in water in homes and offices for decades, especially across Asian cultures where it's considered a symbol of good fortune and prosperity. What makes lucky bamboo so special is that it's one of the few plants that was practically designed to live in water. You'll often find it sold in decorative vases or bowls with pebbles holding the stems upright, and that's exactly how it wants to live. No soil needed whatsoever. Keep it in indirect light, use filtered or distilled water if you can, because it's a little sensitive to chlorine and fluoride, and change the water every 2 to 3 weeks. It grows slowly and gracefully, and it has this elegant architectural quality that makes it look like it belongs in a luxury home. It's low maintenance, long-lived, and genuinely beautiful. Lucky bamboo is a must-have for any water garden. Plant number 3 is Philodendron hederaceum, the Heartleaf Philodendron, and the name says it all. Those leaves are perfectly heart-shaped, deep green, and absolutely gorgeous. This plant is one of the most popular houseplants in the world, and for good reason. It's forgiving, fast-growing, and incredibly adaptable. When you grow it in water, it roots quickly and stays healthy for months and even years with the right care. Just snip a stem just below a node, remove any leaves that would be sitting in the water, and place it in a jar or vase with clean water. Within a week or two, you'll see white roots beginning to develop, and it is so satisfying to watch. Keep it somewhere with bright indirect light and refresh the water regularly. The trailing heart-shaped leaves will cascade beautifully over the edge of any container, and the whole setup looks like something out of a design magazine. It's elegant, it's easy, and it's one of those plants that just makes a space feel alive. Plant number 4 is Chlorophytum comosum, the spider plant. And this one is what I like to call a propagation machine. If you already own a spider plant, you've probably noticed those long, arching stems with little baby plants hanging off the ends. Those are called spiderets, or plantlets, and they are your best friend. Snip one of those babies off, place it in a glass of water, and within days, you'll see roots starting to form. It's one of the fastest and easiest plants to root in water on this entire list. Spider plants are also incredibly resilient and adaptable. They don't need a lot of light. They grow happily in water for extended periods, and they have that cheerful striped green and white foliage that brightens up any corner of the house. They're also fantastic air purifiers, which is just a bonus on top of everything else. If you want a plant that practically propagates itself and asks for almost nothing in return, the spider plant is your answer. Plant number 5 is Spathiphyllum, the peace lily. And this one surprises a lot of people because it looks so elegant and refined that you'd assume it must be difficult to grow. But the peace lily is actually one of the most adaptable plants you can own. It naturally grows in tropical rainforests where the soil is constantly moist, so transitioning it to a fully water-based environment is something it handles quite well. You can grow a peace lily in a vase or decorative container filled with water, with the roots fully submerged and the base of the plant resting above the waterline using pebbles. Or a support structure. It will reward you with those gorgeous white blooms and deep green glossy leaves that look stunning in any room. It also tolerates low light better than almost any flowering plant, making it perfect for bathrooms, bedrooms, or offices. Keep the water clean and fresh, and this plant will thrive for years without a single bag of potting soil. Plant number 6 is Aglaonema, commonly called Chinese evergreen, and this is one of those plants that people stop and stare at. The foliage comes in the most incredible range of colors: deep greens, silver, pink, red, cream, and the patterns on the leaves look almost painted on. It's genuinely one of the most beautiful houseplants available, and the good news is that it grows surprisingly well in water. Take a stem cutting with a few leaves, remove the lower leaves so they don't rot in the water, and let it sit in a clean jar. Roots develop steadily, and once established, the plant grows with that same dramatic, colorful foliage you'd expect from a soil-grown specimen. It does best in bright indirect light, though it will tolerate lower light conditions too. The key is keeping the water clean and adding a drop of liquid fertilizer occasionally to give it the nutrients it needs. If you want a plant that delivers maximum visual impact with minimal effort, Chinese evergreen is absolutely it. Plant number 7 is Hedera helix, English ivy. And this is one of those classic plants that has been growing in people's homes and gardens for centuries. It's timeless, elegant, and incredibly easy to propagate in water. Just take a cutting with a few nodes and leaves, strip the lower leaves, and place it in a jar of water in a cool, bright spot. English ivy roots readily and grows into those long, graceful trailing vines that look absolutely stunning cascading from a shelf or hanging planter. The leaves have that distinctive lobed shape that's immediately recognizable, and depending on the variety, you might get solid green, variegated, or even ruffled edges. One thing to note with English ivy is that it prefers cooler temperatures and good air circulation, so keep that in mind when choosing where to display it. Change the water weekly and give it a bright spot without direct, harsh sun, and this classic beauty will reward you with lush, trailing growth that brings a real cottage garden feel to your indoor space. Plant number 8 is coleus, and this one is a showstopper. If you want color, real, bold, explosive color, coleus delivers it like no other plant on this list. The leaves come in combinations of red, purple, pink, orange, yellow, and green, often with multiple colors swirling together in one single leaf. It looks almost tropical, almost painted, and people genuinely stop and ask what it is when they see it. The amazing thing is that coleus roots in water incredibly easily. Take a stem cutting, pop it in a jar, and within a week or so, you'll have a rooted plant ready to grow. Keep it in a bright spot, because coleus loves light. The more light it gets, the more vibrant those colors will be. Change the water regularly, and pinch off any flower buds that form to keep the plant bushy and full, rather than tall and leggy. It grows quickly and looks spectacular, and growing it in a clear glass vase where you can see the roots and the colorful stems is a genuinely beautiful display. Plant number 9 is Begonia, And this is one of the more unexpected successes on this list. Most people grow begonias in pots or garden beds, and the idea of growing one in water might seem strange. But begonias actually root quite well from leaf or stem cuttings placed in water, and with the right conditions, they'll grow and even bloom without any soil at all. Take a healthy stem cutting with a node or two, place it in clean water, and keep it in bright, indirect light. You'll see roots develop within a few weeks, and once rooted, the plant will continue to put out those gorgeous ruffled leaves and delicate flowers. Wax begonias tend to do particularly well in water, and they bring this soft romantic quality to any windowsill. It does require a bit more attention than some other plants on this list. Keep the water very clean and change it frequently, but the payoff is a beautiful, blooming plant with zero soil required. A wonderful and unexpected choice for water growing. Plant number 10 is Syngonium podophyllum, the arrowhead plant, and this one earns its place on the list because of how fast and enthusiastically it grows. The young leaves are arrow-shaped, which is where the name comes from, but as the plant matures, those leaves actually change shape and develop lobes so you get different looking.